Conor Garland. At the beginning of this season, most fans did not know the name. By the end of the year, he was the Coyotes' most impactful rookie. His journey began in Scituate, Massachusetts, where he found his passion at a young age.
I've known what I wanted to do in my life since I've been the age of 4, so I didn't have any distractions or anything like that. I knew what I wanted from then on. But I've had a ton of people inspire me. Obviously my dad, just took me to every practice, every game. I wouldn't be here without him, so obviously someone like that.
Like most dreams, it wasn't the easiest path to the NHL. The time came and Conor entered the 2014 NHL draft. His name was never called. Garland went back to the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League to hone his skills. On the 123rd pick in the 5th round of the 2015 NHL draft, Conor Garland was selected by the Arizona Coyotes.
I got passed over my first year in the draft too, so I was a second draft, 5th rounder. So it obviously takes a while. Obviously, if you're going that late, there's a lot of stuff you got to work on, and I had a lot of stuff.
Garland spent 2 years in the Coyotes minor league system before his phone rang after an AHL game in December.
Well, I got called after the game against Ontario, and I think I kind of had an idea, because I remember Grabs did get hurt, and which you never wish that upon anybody. But stuff happens, and you got to come up and fill a role. And I believe it's just up here to be the 13th forward, and I think Vinny got hurt in one of the first games, so I got to come in, and luckily I didn't come out for 40 so odd games. So it was a pretty exciting time. Obviously, getting your first game, scoring your first goal, and doing all that, checking that stuff off the box. But we kind of caught some steam there and started to get hot, and kind of went from trying to survive and stay in the league to trying to help this team make a playoff push.
Garland was not only able to stay in the league, but he was a factor in the Coyotes' run at the playoffs. In 47 NHL games, Garland recorded 13 goals. But there was one in particular that instantly made Conor a fan favorite.
Back out high. Osterley will send one to the net. They score!
Oh my, right off the face of Conor Garland. That puck goes off his face and into the back of the net.
The only thing I remember is just making sure everybody knew I was okay. I kind of grabbed my phone and just, I told one of our trainers, text my dad, and let him know I'm okay. And then I got back out there, and we ended up winning. So it was a fun night. Obviously, the next day was terrible. I remember my head was killing, and my eye was closed shut. So that was a bit of a downfall of it. But it's the NHL. You'll score any way you can. So I'll take a couple more off my head if I have to.
Conor's no stranger to getting roughed up every now and then. Standing around 5 foot 9 inches, it's no secret he's usually one of the smallest guys on the ice. But like any good athlete, he has learned to adapt and has always found a way to keep up with the bigger guys.
I've always been one of the smaller guys in the ice, no matter where. Whether it was, I was playing Bantams or in the Quebec League or in the A. It didn't really matter. I was always the smallest guy in the ice, so it's something I've been, used to. And up here, the thing you find out is the big guys know how to use their body more and how to shield the puck, and you just got to find ways to, adjust. It's survivor. It's just you got to adjust and figure out how to keep playing, and how to make plays at your height and at the speed that the game's going on. But it's not much of a surprise. I know I'm small.
There came a point in the season where Garland was no longer trying to prove himself. His focus shifted and his goals changed. He checked off making it to the NHL. Now, helping his team make the playoffs.
We had high hopes for our team getting in the playoffs and making a run for the cup, which every team's goal is. So it's tough reflecting on that. Obviously, maybe later in the summer I'll be able to look back and I did ultimately fulfill my dream and my goal of playing in the NHL. So this will be something I can enjoy, maybe a little later, when kind of the sting of not getting in goes away.
It was undoubtedly a fantastic rookie season for Conor Garland. The Arizona Coyotes loved his performance so much, they decided to extend his contract by 2 years. Coyotes fans are very excited about this, as they will now get to watch the scrappy Conor Garland through 2021.
For Cronkite Sports, I'm Sam Brennan reporting.